that leaves us with a total of 20. What is good with you guys, man? Thank you for tuning in to another video. So we're currently waiting for this car to warm up. I'm obviously in the E46 M3 right now, and yeah, in a little bit we're gonna take her for a couple rips, and I'm gonna actually tell you guys how much I've spent on this car since the day I got it. You guys seen me when I got it, and you see it now. So hopefully some of you guys noticed the progress, notice what I did to it. The build is not done yet, but I feel like it's pretty damn near close to done. The only thing I'm gonna do is change the wheels, honestly. So you could say the car as a whole is done. Wheels is really a cosmetic thing. So the car is exactly how I want it to be. The day I got it, I envisioned it a certain way, and I feel like I accomplished that. We're gonna get into all the prices, every little thing I put into it, labor costs, part costs, everything I paid. I literally made a list. So yeah, I actually made a very similar video to this about my E30, and it did pretty well actually. You guys really liked it, you guys enjoyed it, and I really wanted to show you guys how much money it actually costs to put into these cars to have them the way you want them, because a lot of people think it's just simple, just buying a car, and you know, nothing goes as planned, bro. I'm telling you right now, nothing goes as planned with these project cars, because you never know what kind of condition you're gonna get them in. In my case, I had no service records for this car, so I literally had to start from scratch. The car was in horrible shape. I did get it for a good deal, but honestly, the car was in horrible shape. So yeah, it comes with its good and bad sides when you get a car for a good deal. And I was not playing with you guys. Hopefully you can see that. But I literally made a whole list on everything I bought. This is everything I could think of, and I even went back and had to watch a couple videos because I'd be forgetting what parts I'd be getting and stuff. So I watched a couple of my own videos, got an idea from there, you know, went back, found receipts and everything so I could get accurate prices for you guys. But yeah, so let's start it off. I included the cars, what I got the car for in the price. So we're gonna start off there. I got this car for $6,500. Believe it or not, yes, I got it. It was a really good deal. I ended up talking the guy down from, I think he wanted 11K or somewhere around there. This car was not an $11,000 car, bro, when I saw it. It did have 152, well, it has 152 right now. It did have 150,000 miles on it when I got it. So I had to keep in mind things like, you know, the big three, Vanos, rod bearings, and the subframe. I did not know if any of those were done. They weren't. Turns out none of them were done. So I took a big risk buying this car. I'll get into if it was worth it at the end, shit like that, but for now, let's just get into everything I bought. So the first thing on my list here is throttle actuator. So this was actually the first thing that went wrong on the car. It gave me a code for the throttle actuator, so that's literally the first part that I bought for the car. That cost me around $500, I want to say. It was a while ago, obviously, but the prices are accurate for the most part. I want to say it cost me about $500 from BMW. I bought an OEM one, and yeah, I ended up installing that myself, so it wasn't a big deal. I think I did that off camera. I don't think I made a video on that, unfortunately. Yeah, I just banged that out myself. It was really quick. It sits right underneath the intake manifold, so I had to take that out, throw the new actuator in. Then the code went away. So after that, it started making really loud noises from the Vanos area. I didn't know if the Vanos was bad, obviously. I just knew it had to be serviced. It's a big thing on these cars. I did it for the peace of mind, honestly. I didn't take a chance, you know, something wrong. I don't really like to deal with Vanos things, so if something went wrong with that, engine is gone, and I really didn't want this poor S54 to just blow up on me, so I went ahead and did the Vanos. That is actually one of the things that cost me the most on this list. Yeah, the Vanos itself cost me about, I want to say either $1,300 or $1,400 from Dr. Vanos, a completely rebuilt system they sent over. I had my guys at Precision Motorworks install that for me. A couple other things got done with the Vanos. I also did the thermostat, the timing chain guides, because one of my timing chain guides was cracked, so I definitely went ahead and upgraded that to the aluminum guide. If you know about these cars, they do come with plastic chain guides, so those are known to crack. It has 150,000 miles on it, so I was not surprised about that. Thank God it didn't fully crack and break off. It was just cracked but still in one piece. So we went ahead and did the aluminum upgrade. We also did the tensioner while we were at it. I forgot how much all those parts by themselves costed, honestly. I want to say around, well, the tensioner itself was, I want to say around 150 to 200. I'm going OEM with all these parts, by the way. I don't buy, you know, aftermarket stuff when it comes to the engine. I like to go OEM all the time. Thermostat, I have no idea. The shop ordered it for me. And the timing chain guide, I honestly, I don't know how much that cost me. I really forgot, so I apologize on that part. So with all that being said, the Vanos itself, like I said, cost me about $1,300 to $1,400, and the rest of the parts were ordered by the shop, so I ended up paying $2,000 for everything. Next up is this head unit right here. This is the Enon head unit. I believe the 9 or 10 inch screen. This is the biggest screen that you can put in the E46. I honestly love it. It looks really nice. This cost only $240 off eBay, and it works fine, works great, and I like it a lot. So this was definitely a must. I hope you guys are keeping track, because all I did was the total. I'm not sitting here and adding it up one by one. You guys better keep track. So far we got $6,500 for the car, $500 for the throttle actuator, $2,000 for all the Vanos stuff, and $240 for the head unit. So next up is rod bearings. So the rod bearings, as you know, it is a must for this car. You cannot shy away from doing it. They need to be done around every 50,000 miles, and especially if you're getting a high mileage one, you're definitely gonna have to do it, bro. Save your peace of mind and do it. I was hearing a lot of shit on the forums. Oh, if the car is 2004 and up, they remodeled the S54 and they put better rod bearings, so you don't need to do them on the models from 2004 to 2006. No, bro, you still have to do them. Mine were shot. I'm telling you from personal experience. My rod bearings were in horrible condition. So some of these forums really be lying to you, bro, or other people just don't have, you know, the same experience as you. It really is a hit or miss with these forums. Anyway, do them. Do your rod bearings. You won't regret doing them. So where did I get the rod bearings from? I got them from VAC Motorsports. They cost me about $5.95 for the rod bearings. They sent me rod bolts as well, ARP rod bolts with it. So yeah, I don't think that was a bad price at all. And they were treated rod bearings, so they have a longer life than regular ones if you were to get OEM ones and put them on there. Always go treated when you're gonna do your rod bearings, because it just longer lifespan on them. A lot of things got done with the rod bearings, so the labor for this is gonna be a little weird. I didn't just get this done one by one. When the car was already in the shop, I went ahead and did a lot of things while it was there, because I like my things one and done. Once it's in there, might as well, you know, buy everything, tell the shop to do it right then and there, and I can get my car back in one piece, so I don't have to keep bringing it back to the shop. What got done with the rod bearings was my status group headers. The status group headers by themselves cost me $900, the catalyst headers, of course. And also what got done with the rod bearings was the subframe reinforcement. Now, the subframe reinforcement kit I got from, I think you say I forgot how you pronounce that shit. Garagistic, some shit like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. I got the reinforcement plate with all the metal plates that you need to weld on to the subframe, of course. And I also got the bushings as well, because they had them on the site right there. Poly bushings for the subframe, and I also got poly bushings for the trailing arms. So reinforcement plates, trailing arm bushings, and subframe bushings, all that cost me about $400 on Garagistic's site. 1900, and that's why I said the labor cost is going to be a little weird on this, because all of these things got done at once. So adding up the rod bearings, the headers, and everything for the subframe parts alone, about 1900, and then I paid the shop 2000 for all of that. So 1900 on parts and 2000 in labor again at the shop. Got a couple of downshifts in for you guys. One more downshift. This car sounds so good, bro. So I found a nice place to just sit down and chill at, so I'm gonna tell you guys the rest right here. Next up is the CSL style trunk lid, the carbon trunk. This cost me, also got from Status Group, this cost me $1,300 for the trunk alone, and as you guys know, I paint matched it, so that cost me another $400 to paint match it. This is obviously not a mod that you need. It was honestly just something I always wanted. I saw it on a lot of other E46 M3s, and I really liked how it looked, and I just had to go for it. This is like one of the, I feel like the best cosmetic mod that I did so far, other than the new headlights, which I'll get into that as well. But that trunk cost me, you could say, $1,700 with the paint matching and everything. Next up, the mid resonator delete and the new tips. The resonator delete cost me $200 at the muffler shop, plus welding on those tips individually, the 4 tips. I also have a video on that. That cost me all together $200. Now the tips itself from Status Group were $300. So yeah, that's another $500 right there. These wheels and tires, the wheels themselves cost me $1,300 off eBay. I didn't know they were reps. I got played. I thought they were really E92 M3 OEM rims. That's what the ad said. I got G'd. Anyway, long story short, they cost me $1,300, and then I put another $400 tires on them all around. Headlights. The headlights, in case you haven't seen them, they are the new F80 style headlight, and those ran me another $1,000. And the tune from Castle Performance. That's the last video I made on this car as far as mods, and the tune from Castle Performance cost me $630 to run it on the dyno and everything. So that leaves us with a total of $20,765. So you're probably thinking, damn, you could have got a nice coupe, you could have got a way better car for that kind of money. Like, what were you thinking? All that stuff, yes, it is true. I could have gotten a better version of this car, but I don't feel like I would have learned as much as I learned, you know, because I feel like every project is a learning experience. Every car makes you do more research on it, you learn more things, you watch more videos. So I feel like the learning experience was definitely worth it. Seeing how bad all the parts were, and literally I get like this good ass feeling of accomplishment after I get a car in shit condition and I completely restore it and bring it back to life, same way I did with my E30. And I feel like I accomplished the same thing with this. This wasn't as in bad condition as the E30 was, obviously, when I got it. The E30 was a whole different story with rust and everything. This luckily did not have as much rust, or any at all, honestly, underneath. It was garage kept, so that's literally the only thing the recent owner did, was keep it in the garage. Other than that, he really didn't do nothing as far as maintenance. I feel really accomplished. I feel like I saved another BMW. So yeah, I feel like the experience was worth it. Did I lose a lot of money on it? Yes, I did. Will I be able to sell this car for 20 grand? No shot, but I don't plan on selling it. So if you know you're not gonna sell the car, if you know you wanna put all your time and effort into it, then go for it, man. By all means, go ahead and get your E46 M3. This is just my luck. This is how I happen to find the car. I'm not saying you're gonna find one in horrible condition. You might find one in way better condition or way worse condition and get it for a better price than I did. But I feel like I got it for a steal. Yes, I did throw a lot of money into it, but I know this car is completely bulletproof now. I honestly addressed all the major problems before they can get any bigger. So lastly, I want to give you guys the actual tour of the car for the people that are new here and don't know what the car actually looks like. Let me go ahead, step outside and show you guys exactly what I'm working with. So here you guys go. This is the car all around. Alpine white E46 M3 Vert with the red guts, of course. Really nice spec. Here's the carbon trunk I was telling you guys about. Paint matched. I believe I paid a little too much for that, honestly. Here are the exhaust tips from Status Group. What else? Cosmetically, here these bullshit ass rims that I got please scammed on eBay. Do not get rims from eBay, please. You'll end up getting reps and not even knowing. Car no longer has that nice lip in the front anymore. If you guys watched the POV video, I ended up completely trashing that in the snow. That was my dumb ass. Anyway, yeah guys, there is the entire car for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video. With all that being said, I hope you guys had a great New Year. I'm sorry I wasn't able to upload on New Year's and tell you guys, but Happy New Year to everyone. The support is crazy. I love all you guys. You guys support me, and I'm gonna keep these videos coming for you guys for a long time. So if you aren't already tuned in, tune in. I appreciate all the love. Soon to hit 1K, and I couldn't be happier with the build, man, honestly. Only thing that's missing is some nice wheels, and the wheels I actually ordered for this thing, you guys are gonna love. Trust me when I tell you, the wheels are gonna look really, really good on this thing. So yeah, you guys stay safe, and I'm out. Peace. Please don't ask me if I regret buying this car in the comments, because I don't.